generalization of it, a Lion Desk, as I mentioned, is a CRM. It's a place where you can put in your contacts, keep in contact with your contacts, and just provide a general overview and have your database centralized there. To access Lion Desk, you actually have it for free through the Ventura County Coastal Association of Realtors, VCCAR. So you can either log into their dashboard, which you see on the screen now, and you'll see Lion Desk right here. Or if you already have Flex MLS, you can actually come to the menu, scroll down, and you'll also have access to Lion Desk here as well in the products extra. So once we go ahead, let's go ahead and log into Lion Desk. So I just click on that tile. It's going to take you to your dashboard. Let's go ahead and just X out of that. So this is my dashboard here. As you see, it's going to be pretty non-existent for me since I'm an agent. I don't have clients in here. But if you would imagine, this is where you would log in and see if there's been any, information that needs to be touched on, or if there's a client that needs to be contacted. You have percentages of the last 7 days, last 24 hours, last 30 days, et cetera, et cetera. You can customize it yourself. You can see very quickly if any of your emails are clicked, open, if there's favorite properties, if you have clients on drips. You can customize this pretty well to get a nice overview of what your clients are up to. You also have an overview of your task if you created any. Say, for example, if you have a home inspection coming up or an appraisal, you can log them in there as well. Pretty much make this your hub to put in important information and keep you on track. Also, you have contact filters and your recent activity as well. This is just your main dashboard. But what I want to jump into is actually, you see over here, I have notifications here. I just X out of this. This is going to give you, there's a brief overview of, helpful guides and tips. But I want to click on my profile. I want to make sure when I come in here for the first time that this is all filled out. You notice at the top it says you have not connected your Gmail. You can connect it now. So it's pretty simple. You just come over here and work on this, follow the steps, and you'll get your provider instance set up right here. But I'll go ahead and let you guys do that on your own. Here you can see here that I have my name. If I had a website, I'll go ahead and plug it in there. My phone number, Lion Desk texting number. This is going to be automatically given to you. This is going to be your time zone and your email signature. What you can do with your email signature is you can actually come in here. If I were to go to my settings on my own, my Gmail signature, actually copy all this here. Then I can come back to my Lion Desk and just go ahead and paste it in there, just like so. Then I can play around with it because the formatting will be slightly different. So you get the gist of it right there, and I can save that just like so. Then you can have your business address and street address and things like that. Now you do have options to import your contacts. You can also export your contacts. You can download, export, and you can find duplicates. You also have a brief overview of the monthly billing and invoices there as well. We do have another option where it's going to be settings. And this is going to be important to get a grasp on because this is where you'll be kind of doing a lot of the back end stuff. This is how you're going to automate your leads that come in. This is how it's going to automatically categorize them, tab them, and where to put them on for drip levels. So here you'll see Lion Desk setting, you have lead sources. What lead sources means is, for example, once you set one up, if I click on this, you can say, Facebook ad or Zillow ad, et cetera, et cetera. Whatever ad you have there, if you have like a current, let's say a landing page that you have for buyers like Camarillo Homes, Cam Homes sale, that would be your source, right? So you go ahead and you do that, and then you would, as you see here, where these come from. So you can go ahead and do that, categorize them right there. You also have contact tags. You can make your own, not just buyers and have state. Sellers, hot buyers, et cetera, et cetera. You can categorize right there. You can have hotness, task categories, custom contact fields, and calls and contact types. So it's a pretty diverse way to categorize your leads, whether they be your clients, other agents, reps. Maybe it's a client that you sold a house 5 years ago. Maybe it's a client that sold recently. You can all categorize them right in here as well. You also have lead distribution and team settings. This is going to be, again, where you can set up lead source providers. They already have some already set up here. As I scroll down, you can see that there is leads. So it's like Facebook, for example. I can click on this. If I, oops, too fast. Actually, I just wanted to show you guys an example. You briefly saw it come up here. Where is it? Facebook.com. You can see that my source would be, for example, my landing page that I just created, Cam Homes for Sale, and I can select a drip campaign. This is an example one. I'm not going to use this, but if you had your own campaigns, you can select what campaign they would automatically be dripped into, and then who it would be distributed to if you had a team. If it's just yourself, then you automatically distribute to yourself. Here you can see here that says update distribution rules. What they mean by that is you can do round robin or time-based rollout. So if you had a team of 5, then it would automatically go to the next person once a person's already received the lead, or you can do a time-based rollout. You can create your teams right here as well. Third-party integrations, if you have API keys, if you're using any one of these like Mojos, broker agent, call to action, things like that. If you have the APIs, you can go ahead and put them in here so they can automatically be dripped in. Also your Facebook as well as sub-account administration, but that is really, you don't really need to worry about this. But yeah, these are going to be where you put in your integrations and your lead sources. It's going to be different for every source. So if you mainly use Facebook, like I mentioned, you want to get your Facebook ID number, your Facebook pixel, things like that. And then get it set up this way. So when your lead comes in, it automatically gets put into the right category and automatic to the right drip campaign. However, you can, if you don't know how to do that, you do have the options to do that yourself without having it automated, but I do suggest automating it so you don't have to worry about it. So we're just the home. I'm going to show you what the contacts look like here. So as you see here, I have a contact already. This is actually David Anderson, the owner, creator of Lion Desk. So this is going to be a good time so we can take a look at what the contact actually looks like. So here we can see there's a brief overview of email, text, call activity, tasks, and campaigns. We can see, if they have a favorite field, if they have primary details, custom fields, spouse information, addresses. It gets pretty extensive. You can really put in information for a contact, and you can say they have a dog, or one of their children's having a birthday coming up, and you can reach out and do a contact that way. And just an excuse to make that contact, make that touch, to make sure that you're fresh on their mind. All activity, when I come over to the right hand side here, if they were looking through here, if they're opening emails, you'll be seeing it. We have tasks. If you want to make a task for them, say this person has a inspection coming up, or they need to get their loan docs in by this time, you can put a task in there. If they were on a drip campaign, I'll be able to see it over here. And if they have anything, messages in the inbox, I would sync my email account and be able to see that as well. Similar to contacts and the communications, this is where you'll be able to create email. You can be able to, please enter 3 letters to search contacts. So, for example, I have David Anderson. Lion Desk guy. So here it is, just like so. Now, what's cool is you can add your contacts, or you can search by tab. If you have, for example, send to buyers. If you search buyers, it'll be all the buyers, or every one of your contacts that fit the buyer category. It would send that way, or just people living in Camarillo, et cetera, et cetera. If you have these tabs set up, then you can automatically email them as a whole versus individually, depending on how you have it set up. But you see here, it's just standard email stuff, HTML editor, so you can have the tabs come in there where it automatically fills in information. You can play around with this. For example, if you did source, That's not it. There is a, here it is, insert line desk field. So once you get your emails all set up and your templates for your campaigns, if you see these here, you can say that contact full name. This is where it's going to pull in information for you automatically on the line desk fields. So we'll jump into that a little bit later here once you get into actual campaigns. But text, you have the option to text from line desk as well. I believe there is a limit to how many texts you can send monthly based on the free platform. You can always upgrade and check that out as well if you want unlimited text. They have different programs, different subscription-based models. Tasks, as I mentioned earlier, this is where you can create a task. This is where you can see your current task or my task. This is going to be your hub to see. The word I'm looking for is to see what's coming up. Campaigns. This is where you'll be able to make your own campaigns, your drip campaigns. So now, I'm not sure if you guys have some that have automatically been created for you on your line desk page. But if not, what can be a good foundation if you can actually go into your sync campaign, since there's some automatically made over there, like really generic templated versions, and you can just copy and paste and create the same campaigns onto line desk. Also, what you can do is you'll see in the top here that there's a publish campaign option. These are going to be campaigns that people that use line desk have created. Most will be locked, but some will be not locked, where you can see it, you can view it quickly, you can save it to your profile, just like so. Now I'll have a campaign within my line desk, and I can come in here, and obviously if I do this, I want to edit it to make sure it says my information. So you'll see here that it'd be like, let me edit this here. So I'll see this campaign and I liked it, so I'm gonna go ahead and edit it here. There is a way to edit it, I just gotta find it. Okay, here in the templates. Okay, so see here that there's this email one, and you can just, if I come over here, I should be able to edit, yeah. So right here. So if you grab a campaign, you can come in here and you want to check out each email to make sure it has your information on there. For example, like this, list your home to the JG signature team. You might just want to obviously delete that to put in the correct information, or you might just want to make your own campaigns. This might be a little too convoluted and too much extra work. If you have a campaign that you already used in the past that you like, just bring them in here and create them yourself, which is really simple. Just like so, just do new template. Description, you can have your I'm getting ahead of myself. So the way the flow of line desk campaigns is you'd create your campaign first, and then you'd create your emails or your templates. So for example, you just create your new campaign. Such. Then I'll create the action or an email. Create a new email or new email such as such. first. As such. Put the email signature there. And save time. For some reason, it wasn't right. As such. And then you just go through, set the timing of it. And the assignee and what's inside there. Essentially, choose your words. Oh, new folder. Now we have our templates and our campaigns. So we've created it right here, which you can see. So that's how essentially how you create a campaign. So you want to come over here and make your new folder, make your new template, label it all the same, and then get your campaign dripped out, and then you'll have your campaign set up. And for every campaign, you can do multiple folders, multiple emails. Your timing, as we saw earlier. Let's see if I can come in here and check it out again. Create action. We'll do email, right? Let's do this. We'll find the right template. Next. My buyer leads. Thanks for registering our website, right? And then we'll go next. Set the timing. This is going to be immediately. And then to me, and that's pretty much the flow of it. You can create a new one that says, in 7 days, you'll want to reach out to them again. And you'll do like the timing will be set in 7 days, et cetera, et cetera. So you can play around with that, and that's how you do the campaigns for the most part. There are videos you can upload yourself. You can record your own video to send out to your clients, to send out to people. If you have what I would recommend if you do have drip campaigns is record a generic video of yourself, both on here and on your phone. Super generic. Just for example, be like, hi, thank you so much for registering to my website. I'm going to be reaching out to you very soon. I'm just stepping into my office, blah, blah, blah. That way you can automatically have yourself in a nice, presentable clothes, presentable area. And if you're just out on the town, you can send that, and they don't know any better. You can send that you're in your office or whatever, and you'll get a team member will be in contact with you. It presents that professionalism that you want to present to yourself to your clients. So you can just have it super generic and send it to your leads that come in. You can either do it from your phone if you're out and about, or if you do have access to your line desk, you can do it right here as well. You do have ad portals if you're doing ads with Line Desk and you're connected with Facebook. You do have options to upload your own documents within Line Desk as well. And you do have options to have your transactions here as well to look at it yourself. So like I mentioned, when you really look at a CRM, Line Desk is just a CRM that provides everything it can. It's not going to have its own website for you, its own landing page. This is a dedicated CRM that it wants you to put all your information here for your transactions, your clients, everything. It's going to house it all in one spot so you have access to it. You also, what I like about LionDesk, you do have options for the analytics side of things. So here's a brief overview. You can see here, these are just examples because I don't have any leads, but if they were imported, you can see where they came in from, by month, how many came in, how many emails are open, emails sent, emails opened. You can see your referrals and your contacts here, right? You can also see a much more in-depth view of your emails. So that's a really good thing to see if you're looking for, if you want to get a better grasp of your ROI, which is return on investment. Did this email, if you spent money on an ad, you always want to see, was it worth the money I spent? What is my return on this investment? So if you had an ad that didn't get much email clicks, then you're probably going to say, well, something needs to change before I run that again, or just scrap it entirely. Now, vice versa, if you do have an ad that did really well, you can track it in here, and you can think to yourself or take notes and say, what exactly did I do that made this ad so good? You can always track it in here and see if it was a really good ad or not. You have here for leads overview again, and your leads team reporting. So all analytics here. So if you're really into the analytics side of things, which you should be, because you are running your business and you can see what's working for you, what's not. You don't want to waste your time on something that's not working for you and kind of scratch your head and be like, well, I'm not getting any leads. So you can check that out right here as well. You have the options for online help, which is going to be pretty much your tutorials and lead routing and things like that. Anything we just covered, LionDesk does have its own articles and videos to help you out and get that set up as well. Back here. But yeah, that is pretty much it for a brief overview. I know I went pretty quick on this, but like I just mentioned, I just wanted to, rapidly go through all that it has to offer and then open it up for questions to be much more in depth, because it is a pretty extensive program. And if I were to get into the nitty gritty of everything, then we'd be here for a long time. So I'm going to open it up for questions now. If you have any, you can speak in the chat or type in chat, whichever you prefer.
I'm just going to work with it a little bit, John. Thank you so much.
Yeah, Sharon, this is one of my favorite ones. Like I mentioned, I was an agent in Arizona.
Yeah.
And the system that I liked, that I like to use, was essentially I had a dedicated lead source, lead generator, and then a dedicated CRM, and I was able to communicate them with each other. So, for example,
nice.
my dedicated CRM was in fact LionDesk.
Oh.
At the time, I was paying $25 monthly. It wasn't free for us for the same program. So once you I won't lie to you, there is a lot of back end work to get everything automated and started.
Yeah.
As I mentioned, with the lead sources and your lead routing. But once you get it in, then like, for example, I did a lot of Facebook ads. My Facebook ad would automatically integrate, send that lead into my LionDesk, and my LionDesk would automatically start the drip campaign for that lead. It would send them an email, a text saying thank you for registering for this website, and automatically put them on that campaign. So I would just log into my LionDesk every day in the morning and see what was going on. And that way, it was a good way for me to kind of get my brain centralized in one location. Because I get kind of scatterbrained, as you can tell. So it was good for me.
Oh, that's great. Well, thank you. Appreciate your time. Thanks, John.
Welcome.
Bye.
So I got a shot here. Awesome, Arlene. I'm glad to hear you like it so much. There's a learning curve, like I mentioned, but once you get everything going, I think you'll be able to differentiate how good LionDesk is as a CRM.
Yeah, I think so far it's good. I like it. I kind of like it better than the one that's in sync.
Yes, and that's where I was trying to. I had agents that were asking about CRMs, and I always say, CRM is a good starting point, but as you can see, it doesn't provide you everything that LionDesk does as a dedicated CRM would.
Right. Yeah. I'm most likely going to end up using LionDesk.
That's awesome. I'm glad to hear that.
Yeah, well, thank you. This was very informative, and it's also going to be on YouTube, right?
Yes. Once I get it, it should be up later today. I'm gonna post it on the Facebook and the YouTube.
Okay, cool. All right. Well, thank you so